Well, hey! Happy Devil's Food Cake Day, all you beautiful radio listeners. Thank you for dropping in our little happy hour. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching us on YouTube, here is a hand gesture just for you. You're welcome. YouTubers, feel free to hit us up in the chat. If you're listening on the radio through 105.1 FM, 1080 AM, online at 1051thefan.com, Odyssey.com, the Odyssey app, or you just ask your smart speaker to get the Colt Emerson hype train rolling. And this is what you got. Use the fan text line. It's 503-2GO-FAN. That's 503-864-6326. Use it. Use the text. Use the chat, share your thoughts, ask questions, solicit advice, or answer me this, dear listeners. Has a wide receiver ever won Defensive Player of the Year? Lowercase. Worse to get your award wrong or to have your name misspelled on the trophy? You're Casey Smith. Have you ever had your name misspelled on a trophy?
No. It's a real easy one.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
That's why Jackson Smith should probably be real easy.
I thought 100%. I thought that they misspelled Njigba when I saw there was a trophy gaff and disrespect. I thought that was what it would be. They spelled Jackson wrong or they spelled Njigba wrong. I'm pretty sure they were going to get Smith right. But no.
They spelled Jackson wrong.
They did spell Jackson wrong.
Jaxon is how they spelled it.
Wait, so they spelled his name wrong and got the award wrong?
Correct.
What?
Is Jaxon on the trophy. We all know that it's Jaxson.
I just saw all I saw was a short video clip of him pointing out that it said Defensive Player of the Year on it. They did that and misspelled his name?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Wow.
Tough break.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty disrespectful. That is pretty. In fairness, what do you think the Venn diagram of people that are engravers professionally and love football?
I bet it's up there.
Well,
you got to have a trophy guy.
Just saying. Well, yeah, but you can be the trophy guy, but if that's all you do is trophies, it's like, I'm sick of these stupid guys getting all these friggin' trophies, dude.
How many non-sports people are walking into trophy shops?
I couldn't. How does this guy not get any of the things right? Once won a championship in a basketball league up at the Hoop when they used to have the one in Vancouver. This would have been circa 1999. Back in the day. On my team was my friend Jason Bro, who works for University of Portland. We've had him on these airwaves before. Another friend of mine, Nick Ladwig, was on the team. And, of course, I'm Luke Anderson, but my last name is spelled S-E-N. My name was spelled S-O-N, and Nick Ladwig was spelled Nick Ludwig, and I can't remember how, but somehow they misspelled Jason's name as well. So we ended up having a little plaque hanging in the lobby. I wonder why that place isn't running anymore, and now it's a mega church or whatever it is. But yeah, we won a trophy. I can't remember everybody else, but I think those were the only three gaffes that I know of. We also had University of Portland great Kyle Stonehouse on that team. But don't pretend that he was a leader just because he played, WCC basketball. It was me. I was carrying that whole thing. But we won the championship, and they misspelled three of the names that I knew.
Do you think that was on purpose?
Immediately. Well, the guys that kind of ran the place did kind of set up a pretty elite squad, and they lost to us. So maybe there's a possibility. My name's always misspelled, though. I had it misspelled on my first bank account, and they wouldn't fix it. I had it misspelled on my shooting shirt in high school. I played basketball with a kid, John Anderson. They put a J Anderson, S-O-N, and an L Anderson, S-O-N on there. And I'm like, they wouldn't even replace it either. Oh,
you got one right.
Yeah. Terrible. It's awful. I'm with you on the disrespect. But when the trivia question comes up, has a wide receiver ever received a Defensive Player of the Year trophy? We will all know that is Jackson. Now, if you have to write it out, I don't know how you have to write it out, but you can't spell Jackson right, apparently.
And how many times has it happened?
Thank you very much for that. Hey, take your pick. We did it on Thursday. We have a winner. Deal. Congratulations, Jeff Deal. We'll send out the requisite information. Came down to points. A lot of people with 9 wins. Not you or I. I mean, I only had 8. You only had 7. But we did have a lot of people get to 9 out of 15. So if you're getting ahead of that, one week we had somebody that had 13. But it came down to runs, and all the Monday games have been tallied. And Deal, you are our winner. Let us know if you can make it in. We'll get a hold of you otherwise. One other thing, there's only a couple left, kids. June 23rd, that is the Fan Golf Classic. It's presented by Toyota. But you need to get on it because there's only a couple foursomes left. 5 foursomes last time I checked, only in the morning round. The afternoon round sold out. It's the most fun of day of golf, activations, tastings around the course. The infamous Angels Envy Bourbon Par 3 6th, where all the hosts will be hanging out. Dirt and Sprague, Danny and Patrick, myself, Isaac and Suk will all be posted up to watch you hit your first ever hole-in-one. Unless you've already hit one, then we'll watch your third or your fourth or whatever. Matt's Barbecue is going to be feeding you after the round. That's awesome. The instructions you need right now. Listen, pay attention. Get a pen. Do you have a pen? Oh, wait. Should we wait? Do you got a pen? 1051thefan.com. That's the URL. You click on the Fan Golf Classic logo. That's how you sign up. Fan Golf Classic presented by Toyota, also brought to you by Vulcan Design and Construction, Henderson Daughter Windows and Doors, George McCoy at Warren Allen Attorneys at Law, Battery Exchange, Mastro Dobel Tequila, Your Neighborhood Restaurant Group, Philbrook Law, 1-800-DIVORCE, Roto-Rooter, A. Legal Mezcal, Pub Beer, that's your cheap fun, kids, and Window Nation. Lots and lots of fun. Get out there and join us. I'll tell you, man, what else is lots of fun. You watch any of that basketball game last night?
Just a bit of it.
There seems to be a sense that people think that this is your real NBA Finals. I always think that's a dumb way to look at these things. They said it about the Seahawks. Well, we know Seahawks-Rams is the real Super Bowl. Yeah, the Seahawks went on and won that game against the Patriots. But it's not the culmination.
But if that was
there's
true,
a game tonight. Go ahead.
If that was true, the divisions wouldn't matter then.
Exactly. Then you would just set up a bracket and just go have one bracket, which honestly the way that we travel now, and you could probably do that. But here's what you have. You have to win this game to go and then probably steamroll whoever comes out of the East. But I'll tell you, the Cavaliers, I don't think want anything to do with that. The Knicks have been trying to build this team for quite some time. They would like to go out there. And the other thing, we all know that injuries happen. But last night was a great exhibition of basketball, and this is kind of what we've been waiting for, is these two teams. It does feel very much like whoever wins this is probably going to be right in for champion. But, man, they got to play it out. You go to double overtime in the opening game. Victor Wembanyama, absolutely awesome. Did you happen to see the numbers that Dylan Harper put up yesterday, Casey? Holy cow, look at this. Harper, he's 20 years old. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 7 steals, and 6 assists. 7 steals are most ever by a rookie in a conference finals game. That is not bad. Victor Wembanyama is the youngest player beating out Kareem to get 40 and 20 in a conference finals. The Spurs team is really, really good, but you had a really bad performance from your MVP who got the trophy before the game. SGA went out there and played, I want to say not great. Really bad first half. Played a lot better in the second half. But you had a game that, obviously, if it goes to double overtime, either team could have won at any point. And I just want this to go the distance. Like, give me 7 of these games. I don't want this to all of a sudden turn into a landslide where the Spurs have the momentum now. I know they've taken home court. Give me more of that.
I'm in for good basketball. When the product is better and the matchups are strong,
yeah,
it's enjoyable to watch.
Do you have complaints about the style in which the Oklahoma City Thunder play? They're gonna foul until you call it. They're gonna go and take every shot that they can. They're gonna go out there. They're gonna do a little foul baiting on the other side, and I know SGA gets a lot for that. Still a really good basketball team.
I thought I had a problem with it because, honestly, this is probably just my ignorance of not watching as many Oklahoma City games as I probably should have this year. SGA is just getting to the rack at an just a ridiculous pace.
Yeah. And he plays a mid-range game, which you don't see a lot in today's NBA. And he makes big shots when they matter.
And again, you see him throwing down dunks too. So it's not like he's just doing all from mid-range, making people miss, doing that and getting to the line. He's really just putting on great work.
Well, I mean, the whole production of that game is everything that you want. There was a side-by-side of Wembanyama's logo 3 compared to Steph. You have, just comparisons. I've already mentioned you have Dylan Harper's matching Larry Bird type numbers, doing everything on the floor. Wembanyama is matching Kareem. I mean, it's quite the exhibition. Don't crown anybody yet. That's the one thing that is getting me. That's one game. It's one game. And I know the hype train on the Spurs is going full speed. It's very, very exciting. Victor Wembanyama is very tall. I get it. I just want to watch this thing play out. I just want to watch. And you know what I'd love to see? I would love to see one of these East teams come in and surprise the West. That's what I would really like to see. And that's part of it. I know that in the final shot, you don't want it to be, lesser than the conference finals or however you want to set it up. But the truth is, you got to go through a gauntlet in the Western Conference. It's not quite as hard in the East. Some years it is. Most of the time, it's not.
Yeah, but it's always kind of felt that way.
But you get to that final, and in the biggest moment, you'd love to see some. If it's Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson, Cat shows up all of a sudden and just goes and has a monster series. I don't know. It's great where it's at. Let's let it play out. Let's not crown anybody before the final shots are made. Let's do some in case you missed it. In case you missed it, yes, Victor Wembanyama, 41 points, 24 rebound performance. It led San Antonio to a gritty 122-115 double overtime victory against the Thunder in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. 41 points, 24 rebounds, 3 blocks, a 30-footer to tie the game at the end of regulation. Victor Wembanyama was so good that he even went out and dusted the top of the backboard for the janitor, changed 2 light bulbs in the rafters, patched 2 holes in the roof, and rescued a cat out of the tree. Hard not to be amazed this guy, but if the Spurs do win it all, he will also be the first player ever to personally hang the team banner at the unveiling ceremony. And the guy starting to get talked about like he's Jesus. I think it needs to slow down. Maybe just a little bit. He's a tall individual, which helps.
He had 41 and 24 last night.
It's double overtime. That wasn't in regulation. Should keep playing extra period. He only played a game and a half. He's 7'4". He should have 24 boards rolling out of bed. In case you missed it, after suffering a broken fibula and dislocated ankle last fall, New York Giants running back Cam Skattebo boldly declared that he will be fully healthy and ready for the season opener. And back on the IR by week 3. It'll be great. Let's go. Not all fans like the pessimism, but the Post did get a like from the official count of the MetLife grounds crew. They're like, yeah, you'll get hurt again. We got you back. They say that's one of the worst fields in football for injuries.
Yep.
And they host 2 teams. Congratulations, MetLife.
Behind only the Arizona Cardinals.
Just living up to the New Jersey reputation. I mean, what are the chances that any of those guys that is working on those fields might have a bet on one of the games? Any guesses? In case you missed it, Athletics pitcher JT Ginn came within 3 outs of a no-hitter before Zach Neto crushed a walk-off 2-run homer in the 9th to give the Angels a stunning 2-1 victory. Ginn pitched a absolute gem only to get walked off the field with a heartbreaking loss. Hey, maybe both of these teams suck, but does baseball give you any better drama than that? I mean, it is, yes, they're terrible and they're out there. Meanwhile, the New York Jets broke their game wide open by scoring an unbelievable 10 runs in the 12th inning to blow past the Nationals for a 16-7 victory. The Nationals bullpen completely imploded, committed 4 errors, left a staggering 19 runners on base, and desperately put in an infielder on the mound to stop the bleeding. Hey, maybe both teams suck, but does baseball ever give you a hotter pile of garbage than that? I mean, come on. There's one way to be bad, and the A's did it. There's another way to be bad, and the Nationals, oh my Lord. Why would you even go to 12 innings if you're just going to give up 10 runs in the same night? I just love that. In case you missed it, New York Knicks head coach Mike Brown was surprised when the media informed him that opposing Cavaliers star Donovan Mitchell is a massive New York Mets fan because his father, Donovan Mitchell Sr., is a longtime executive for the team. Honestly, I'm surprised too. I'm surprised that year in and year out, the Mets can be among the most disappointing teams in baseball without firing every single executive in the building multiple times. Donovan Mitchell Sr. must be a remarkable guy. I'm not sure how anybody gets to be a long-time executive with Mets without getting fired or hurling themselves off the Queensboro Bridge. That is quite the achievement for many reasons, Mr. Mitchell. In case you missed it, prominent NBA insider Shams Charania defended his controversial decision to leak Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's MVP victory on TV before the league's official announcement. Charania received criticism from fellow media members for spoiling the award, but he pushed back aggressively, arguing that his sole responsibility as a reporter is to vet and break the news. And pissing off Blake Griffin is just a bonus that he gets anytime he does it. It's fantastic. No? And finally, in case you missed it, the Cleveland Cavaliers returned to the Eastern Conference Final featuring a crazy coincidence. The last two times the franchise has made it this far without LeBron James, they have had a player from the Nance family on the roster. Larry Nance Sr. helped the 1992 Cavaliers reach the conference final. Over 3 decades later, Larry Nance Jr. is serving as the lucky charm for the 2026 squad. And to keep the magic going, next year, make it even more family-friendly, LeBron, Bronny, and Bryce James will all be on the team when they miss the playoffs completely. It's going to be... I know you want to play it. Just play it. Just play it. Where are you?
No, it disappeared on me.
Oh! The whole reason I put that one last was just for you.
Oh,
well, thanks to our studio audience anyway. You got it?
I've got it.
Okay. I think he plays with both of his sons. Would that be...
I guarantee you that he wakes up in the morning to this.
All right, well, hey, at 2:30, we're going to play the fun game we call Play-by-Play Back. Casey is making selections of play-by-play from the weekend that was, and we will see if we can use that to predict the future in any way. But next, we're going to talk about Colt. We're going to talk about Uncle Ben, his fishing habits, and Rice. So we have Uncle Ben and Rice. It's going to be fantastic. It's a Daily Buzz. We do it next on Happy Hour. This is 105.1 The Fan.
The biggest...
Well, good news for your Seattle Mariners. Not just the home run, but it was nice to see the very first hit for young 20-year-old call-up Colt Emerson is a home run, a 3-run shot in the 8th inning that puts the Mariners up 6-1. They continue with that score and get the win against the White Sox. But the cool thing is everybody has their eyes on the youngster and nothing but rave reviews. So far, 7 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, but professional at-bats for a 20-year-old to come up. He got a call on Sunday. I'm at the game, had no idea that he was going to play. He got a call 2 hours before game time, drove up from Tacoma, was ready to be in the lineup at third base, ready to go. Couple lineouts to right field, had a walk on a long at-bat where he's fighting off pitches. Looked really good to me. It was great. And then yesterday, watching the game, watched almost the entire game, going back and forth. You got basketball, you got other things to do. I decided, I'm going to probably just go upstairs. I'll put the game on when I get up there. Nope, I check in. The game's already over. I waited a little bit too long, so I missed the home run live. But just watching a guy come up and making an immediate impact, impressing the people that are watching. But I will caution everyone, don't get too excited. Colt Emerson, not the first Mariners prospect ever to come up and hit a home run on his first hit. Last guy to do it, Jarred Kelenic. You know where Jarred Kelenic was when he hit that home run last night where Colt Emerson blasts a home run. Do you have any idea where former top prospect for the Seattle Mariners, Jarred Kelenic, was when that happened?
I'm going to guess he's back in Tacoma.
He was in left field for the White Sox, or right field for the White Sox. He wanted to go right over his head. So there's Kelenic out there. He has been traded away. He was the one watching it fly out of the ballpark, the closest one to it as it happened. Now, Kyle Lewis did it before Jarred Kelenic. Kyle Lewis did it on the way to a Rookie of the Year season. I have no idea where he is at last night. He last played in the Bigs in 2023. He came up with the Mariners in 2019. So I assume he was probably working at Subway, or possibly he was with Ben Simmons. We will talk about where Ben Simmons is now in a little bit. So, again, don't get too excited. Yesterday, the Twins sent down their former number 1 prospect back to the minors, a kid named Royce Lewis. I don't know if he's related to Kyle Lewis, but he was just sent down too. So, 2 days, 2 games. So far, all the returns seem to be positive for Colt Emerson, which we love.
The Buzz.
Hey, let's stick with the Mariners here for just 1 second. 2 very weird plays. Maybe the weirdest back-to-back sequence of plays and the way that they affected the game. Both of them had to do with the White Sox second baseman. So let me set this up for you. A line drive is blasted off the bat of Julio Rodriguez. It goes to Sam Antonaccio, and it's right at his ankles. But he catches it in his glove and then tosses it in front of him so that he can double up Johnny Peralta and Julio Rodriguez at second base. Well, the umpire goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Can't catch it and then drop it on purpose to turn a double play. So he sends Peralta back to first. He gets to stay on base, and Julio's out. The very next play, Randy Arozarena hits it deep into the left field corner. Peralta, rounding second base, runs into Antonaccio and then gets thrown out at home. Called safe, run scores, interference second baseman. 2 very bizarre plays back-to-back. That is not a runner. If you didn't try to cheat your way out of it, you probably could have just thrown it back to first base the way that you caught it, you dum-dum. But anyways, very weird sequence last night in the Mariners game. If you want to go watch it, it's just funny how quick that dude was thinking.
Pareda is the runner there?
Yeah, what did I say? Peralta. I said Peralta. Yeah. Johnny Pareda, sorry. New catcher that we got, because Cal Raleigh apparently not catching anymore. Johnny Pareda. But yes, very, very bizarre sequence. But to think that quick, to catch the ball and go, wait, I'll just drop it and turn the double play. And then for the umpire to catch it in that moment. And then for Pareda to continue home, he was thrown out by a mile, but he knew that he ran into the second baseman. So by being that close to home when he got thrown out, instead of just getting third base for free, he ended up getting the run for free.
It's honestly a really great base running move by Pareda.
The whole thing!
Because Antonacci is not like in the base path. He's just a shade.
I don't
where
think
they
he
would rub
intentionally
shoulders.
ran into him, but the going home part of it is...
It does kind of look like he sells it a little bit in the base path because he
yeah.
full extends both arms.
Hey,
to
if
the
you're
right.
if you're there, but he didn't have to run out of the way to find him, and that's
Yeah.
your second baseman on the wrong side of the bag too. So the whole thing, and again, he tried to trick him the first time. So I think if you're going to give him a little shove, I think all's fair in baseball. So I think that worked out just fine for everybody involved. But yes, very weird sequence of everything that happened. But other than Antonacci, is that what we're calling him? Other than him, I think everybody did everything right. The umpire was quick on the call. Pareda to hustle around and score the run. So weird sequence of the
The
game.
relay was there too.
He was hosed, but it can't be getting in my way.
The Buzz.
One last thing with the Mariners. So they've decided what they're going to do with their rotation. Are you familiar with piggybacking? As it
Define it
pertains
for
to
me.
baseball. Well, I'll tell it. So Bryce Miller, healthy, ready to be back in the rotation. They don't want to designate anybody from the starting rotation, the 5 starters now. Nobody's going to be demoted, nobody's going on the IL, and nobody's going to the bullpen. Instead, what they're going to do is every 5th day, Bryce Miller will get the start with a pitch count, and regardless of the situation, when he goes out, Luis Castillo will piggyback on him. So essentially, you're going to use 2 starters back-to-back on that 5th day, at least for now.
And you're hoping to start rebuilding Castillo's confidence because of his last poor outings.
He's had 1 bullpen appearance in his entire career. That was during that 15-inning game last year in the postseason. So I think it does a couple things. One, if Bryce Miller is going fine, you'll switch at the inning so it won't feel like a bullpen situation.
Just
where
feels
he'll
like
have to
you
come
got
out
2
of the pen.
starters out there.
He's going out there getting fresh between the innings, but he's not starting the game. He's not warming up like a starter, so it will be different. But see how he adapts to that, or if there ends up being a situation where Bryce Miller doesn't do great, and you go from there. So it gives you a little bit of both. We'll go very, very quickly here, and we'll walk over to the George McCoy at Worn Out Sports Desk. Ben Simmons is now running a championship fishing team in Australia, and Rashee Rice is going back. He's going to jail for 30 days for not following the requirements of his probation. So let's walk over to the George McCoy at Worn Out Sports Desk. Oh! Suggs Sutton with the game winner.
Suggs Sutton with the game winner.
Hey, come on.
Can't miss that one.
You're rushing. We got talking baseball. Suggs for the Fire.
This sports update is brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop, a great spot for any occasion. And don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on the fan, the ring given to Herb Brooks, the coach of the 1980 United States Miracle on Ice Olympic men's hockey team, has recently sold for $549,000 at Heritage Auctions. Brooks famously was portrayed by Kurt Russell in 2004's Miracle, which memorialized the United States 4-3 victory over the Soviet Union at the 1980 Winter Olympics. Have you seen this story?
The story of the ring, or the story of... I'm familiar with Miracle.
Well, the ring was just sold at auction for about $500,000 now.
I'm going to be honest. Seems a little low. You see a lot of these cards that don't really have any historical value,
These
but they're
$1
one of
million
one that was
judges.
published a couple of years ago, and somebody spends $3.5 million. $500,000 for the coach's Miracle ring? I mean, they've made a documentary, 2 movies, and the moment itself is iconic. Forget Kurt Russell. It's the GOAT. It's the Miracle on Ice, like plastic. Come on. I'm very disappointed by that.
Heritage also auctioned off Brooks' ring from the 1974 and 1976 championships in 2015, netting $14,340.
$500,000 seems a little low.
That's extremely low for all of the merchandise.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Certainly for the Miracle ring, yes.
And for more sports scores and stories in 60 minutes, I'm lowercase from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour.
took the head coaching job in Atlanta. Rodgers, timing route to the end zone. It's caught by Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Rodgers by himself in 4th place on the all-time passing touchdowns list.
Well, I had a tough weekend. Aaron Rodgers is now my starting quarterback, so I don't know what to do with myself.
That's it? That's all you got? You don't know what to do with yourself? You just go out there and you get yourself not just the jersey, but the full Aaron Rodgers uniform like that fan did last year, and you dress up and you support everything that wackadoo does. You get some ayahuasca, get yourself a fake wife, you go out there and you live the Aaron Rodgers lifestyle. Go make up with the fat old coach that you broke up with years ago. Spend some time with him. I mean, this is going to be great. The only thing you can do is try to be one with your Rodgersness. Just go and connect to that. That's what Steelers Nation needs to do. There's a lot of resistance to this. The guy's an all-time great. What's he got? 4 MVPs? He's got a Lombardi.
Was 10-6 as a starter last year.
It took him to the playoffs. I mean, you go and that clip right there, throwing it to DK Metcalf, one of the most level-headed, focused players in the league. I mean, the moves that they're making, this front office should get an award.
Defense wins championships. That's all I got to say.
They should get the Defensive Player of the Year award. Send one to the front office of the Steelers. They've earned it.
Way off. Spurs got numbers. Holmgren now behind the plate. 5 on 4. Wemby's going to pull a deep 3.
Oh my goodness! A logo shot.
28-footer. Ties it at 108. Timeout, Thunder.
I pulled this clip because it's very seldomly you see announcers who have been doing this for 20 plus years genuinely be shocked out of their skin by what they're seeing in front of them. Victor Wembanyama is a scary guy.
He is, and we talked about this mid-season. It's not that he's 7'4", although that's part of it. It's not that he is a big with guard skills, although it partly is. The guy has that look in his eye in big moments. He's not afraid of it. He desires it. He wants a confrontation. He called out the MVP ceremony before, saying that, he felt that he deserved that award. He's going to the committee. I mean, you can love Nikola Jokic all you want and say what you want about his basketball skills and whether or not he's the best player in the world. He said that basketball's not even his favorite sport. There are guys that we gravitate to and look at as all-timers because of their passion. This guy has everything that you would need. Plus, he still feels slighted. He was given a 7'4" frame, an 8-foot wingspan. He moves unlike anybody we've ever seen at that height. He has guard skills because he was lucky enough to grow up in France where they don't go, "You're tall, stand on the block, tall kid. We'll throw you the ball and then turn around and shoot it," like they do with dumb kids around here. And then on top of that, somehow he has managed to have a chip on his shoulder. I think he might have to be upset with Rudy Gobert, who probably not only pressed him in every French practice, but probably gave him COVID a couple times. This whole thing is quite the package. And if it wasn't bad enough that he was all of those things, on top of it, he goes to the Spurs. So now I'm going to have to hate him while secretly loving everything that he's doing for the next who knows how long. It's ridiculous. On the other side of it, the clip is not very long and it's not very good, but the Oklahoma City call for that, he's taking a long 3 and it's in. It's pretty good.
Turnover, do not foul, send him to the free throw. Morrow throws it up, no! And Portland hangs on! Win number 2 of the season went down to the final buzzer again!
Suggs Sutton.
Sugg!
I know that I want you to skip by it quickly, but I'm glad that we have time for it now.
Yeah.
Portland Fire 2-2 on the season as they took down the Connecticut Sun 83-82 last night.
All right, so 500 right now as an expansion team coming out of the gates. I don't think the record matters. If they win 10 games all year and get a high draft pick, I know they want some juju if she's coming out, right? Like that's what everybody's waiting for.
By
You get
far.
that, it changes the trajectory of this franchise forever. But if they're only going to win a few games and they win them all by a single bucket at the end, try to make it more entertaining than that. Get blown out every other game and then just squeak by. Only caution, though, is don't win too many. Don't win too many, Portland.
Again, if Portland fans or Portland, I guess, if people wanted to keep speculating if Portland really cares about their sports and if they're a sports fan city, should tell you right now, we care.
Well, yeah, but
We care a lot.
But this is a league that is embracing stars. I mean, I don't know if you saw it. Caitlin Clark is going to be the Grand Marshal of the Indianapolis 500. Stars in the WNBA are stars in popular culture right now. They are getting big opportunities. And if Portland can go out and get a star, no offense to Sugg, if we can go out and get somebody that is of the talent, you get a Caitlin Clark type player. I'd have never heard of the Indiana Fever. Everybody knows the Fever now. All the other players on that team are benefiting from her celebrity. It's a big deal, and there's a gal from USC that has that kind of talent, and I believe will be coming out this year in the draft.
Yep,
So
and
you might
she
wanna
is
tank.
all of the talent that she has talked about.
Yep.
Murakami sends this one high in the air. Pete Crow Armstrong at the wall. Gone. Home run. Murakami, there's the signal, and the fireworks going off. It's been 6 games since he went yard, and he goes deep here in Game 2 versus the Cubs. Murakami sends this one high in the air. Back it goes! Get out! Second home run tonight for Murakami. The first time he has done that in his career. What a performance from the Japanese slugger.
That was Mr. Moonshot Munetaka Murakami himself.
Still
As
waiting
he-
to see that jersey on you.
I'm waiting for it to get through the mail, but I just want to let you know, this guy is legit. He is here to stay, and I am ready for everyone to jump in on the Murakami train.
Well, I mean, I just talked about this with the WNBA. I mean, maybe it's just the appetite for sports stars in general, but there was a bit of a stretch in Major League Baseball where it felt like the stars didn't have much personality, didn't have much diversity. They were upset about bat flips and emotion and all of this. I mean, in that call, waiting for the signal. The White Sox took 2 out of 3 from the Cubs in the Crosstown Classic over the weekend. The White Sox a couple years ago were chasing the worst record in the history of baseball. And the way that we look at this team just a couple years later, adding a star and somebody that can hit the ball far sure does make a big difference in the way that we're looking at the White Sox right now. But if you look across baseball, I mean, there are stars all over the place. I don't know how much credit we need to give to the World Baseball Classic, but I think it's Major League Baseball and their rule changes, making the game faster, having the ABS challenge has been a ton of fun. The bigger bases allowing for more stealing, which I thought would, like, what's the point of that? But watching Josh Naylor stealing bags last night is one of my favorite things in baseball, and there are stars all over the place. In every corner of the league, there are stars, and the one in Chicago right now, I mean, Pete Crow Armstrong is turning one of those guys on the north side, but on the south side, it's Munetaka Murakami. It's great.
You see that P. Crow Armstrong interaction with the fan?
Yeah, he apologized for his choice of words during that.
And that's my mom's favorite player right there.
Because of his choice of words?
My mom was trying to jump on the Cubs train, and I said, oh, I have a player for you.
Yeah.
That was about 2 weeks ago. I showed her the clip, and she went, well, why is she yelling at him?
Yeah, well, I've got a story with a very happy ending, but it gets scary When you buy packaged goods at the grocery store and something alive is inside, it doesn't always go well. But I promise, happy ending when we do one more for the road. It is next on Happy Hour. This is 105.1 and the Fan Sports Network.
The most fun.
All right, if you missed any part of this show, past shows, future shows, just download the podcast. It's at 1051thefan.com, Odyssey.com, the Odyssey app, or if you buy one of the final 4 foursomes. I know I said 5 earlier in this show. Down to only 4 foursomes left of the Fan Golf Classic. We'll get you free access to all the Fan podcasts. Casey, what are the people saying on the Fan text line and the YouTube chats that we need to discuss?
Apparently, Rogers is haunted by the man with the hat after his ayahuasca experience.
Is that the guy from Curious George? Which hat? Whose hat?
I don't know.
What hat? Who's the man with the hat?
This might be an ayahuasca reference that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of ayahuasca references rattling around my brain. So.
And former Winterhawk Adam Deadmarsh had his name misspelled on the Stanley Cup.
Oh,
that's worse.
Yeah, yeah. Can you fix that?
No, that's engraved in there.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's yeah, but the Hoop Championship. You're saying the Stanley Cup is more valuable?
Yeah, because don't they have pieces
okay.
I'm just
really a plaque on a wall of a place that doesn't exist anymore versus the Stanley Cup.
Again, I miss a Monday, and now I'm not warmed up to your sarcasm.
There you go. I laid it on pretty thick there, so we'll try one of these. So a group of young shoppers, these guys that all live together down in Australia, did a little grocery shopping, and they grabbed one of those packaged salads. You ever grab one of those packaged salads?
Yeah.
Live frog inside their salad when they got it home. But there's good news. Happy ending. I told you it would be. They named the frog Greg. They did not react in a negative way towards the frog. They kept all the positive energy, took him to a local pond, get a nice, safe send-off, and the frog was eaten immediately by a bird. No, I have no idea. I assume everything is fine. But could you imagine buying packaged foods and then having a live animal inside of it?
Imagine just hearing it on the way as you're...
Well, I don't think they did. That's the whole thing. According to the story, they got home and then boom, like they laid out the salad and there it is, just kind of nuzzled in there. It didn't hop out like the second they got in there.
At least no one got it with a fork first.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. But yeah, the frog is apparently doing just fine. And he was just chilling in the lettuce when they opened the package. So all good. Happy to have you back. We will thank Brandon one more time for filling in while you were out. You said you had a good weekend? Except for the Rodgers thing.
It was a great weekend other than Rodgers.
Other than Aaron Rodgers. Big thanks to everybody that listened. And, of course, thank you, Isaac Robb. We're all done for now. Bye-bye.
When you're feeling